How to beat Last Judge in Hollow Knight Silksong. At first, this boss seems very intimidating as it instantly kills your fellow bug friends and probably you, but this boss really only has several core movesets that you can learn and almost just stand there to avoid. Let's look at the first phase and the 3 moves she does. Phase 1. The first move she can do is a jump attack, where she jumps high into the air and slams straight down into the ground. This is one of her moves that you can punish the most. Every time she does this attack, all you have to do is step back a little and dash back in for a good 2 to 3 hits. Next, she has a swinging ball attack that you can tell the telegraph when she starts swinging her ball in her left hand. You have about 1 second to dodge out of her AoE range to avoid it. But once she misses you, you can immediately dash back into her for another 2 hits. Be careful not to get greedy though, as she likes to follow up with a second ball swing. Her third attack for this phase is where she throws the ball right at you. It has a pretty good range to it, so you can do one of 2 things. 1, run away from it with a dash, or 2, jump over it and diagonal jump onto her. But be careful as she pulls the ball back quickly, that can damage you if you're too close to the ground. I personally recommend just dash away from it, then quickly dash back into her for another hit just to be safe. One more tip for this phase is if she jumps too close to a wall, she'll always jump back unless if it's to jump on top of you because you're out of space. If you feel you're too close to the wall, just run underneath her as she jumps and prepare your setup for the first 3 attacks again. She will do these 3 moves repeatedly until you take her down enough health to phase 2. Phase 2. This phase gets tricky as it requires more movement and technical moves to complete, but once you can read all of her moves, you'll be moving on in no time. To start phase 2, she will do a small shout and hold her ball until it looks like it's ready to explode. Make sure to take advantage of this by getting a couple hits on her, but stay away from the explosion as it is a small radius AoE. Next, she will most likely swing her ball again like the first phase, only this time it's on fire and does AoE lane damage. But this again is fairly easy to read and telegraph as there is smoke or ash that forms in the air to tell you where the fire will spark and move. Just stand and walk in between the empty space and you will easily avoid this attack. And if you're feeling it, you can run in and punish her with 1 hit after that move. Just do a quick in and out to be safe. Her next move will most likely be the ball throw again. And much like the first phase, just run away from it. But get back another few feet as it explodes in a small AoE around it. This move is also punishable with a small single follow-up attack. The third move she does is a jump move that's like the first phase, only this one adds a room-wide AoE you have to jump over. The attack starts at her and then moves towards the walls. So my advice is when she jumps, dash towards her, get close enough because once she hits the ground, you can use the float move over her and then immediately punish her with 2 or 3 hits. Again, be careful about getting greedy as she likes to follow up with the ball swing. The fourth move she does is a rush attack, as she will bend down and charge you head first. You can read this attack is about to happen when she puts her ball in the sky and it lights on fire. 1 second later, she will charge you and you just have to jump high enough over her head and dash to avoid it. But once you're over her head, she leaves behind a flame column AoE, which can easily catch you off guard. To avoid this, look for some smokestacks in the column of 3 and fly in the middle of an empty space row to avoid it. And same thing, you can jump in for about 1 additional attack after it ends if you're close enough. Her fifth and final attack is the ball swing again, but this time the flame lasts longer in a more continuous attack. You will know this is about to happen when she does a shout and spins her ball around. To avoid this, do the exact same thing as the flaming ball before and follow the empty areas between the smoke and flames to be safe. It just lasts a little longer, so be careful. But the best part about this attack is when she finishes it, she bends down and has to catch her breath, allowing you to jump in for a good couple hits. This is her entire moveset until you manage to beat her, which is about 6 downs. But there is a fatal mistake that can happen when you think you have won. This definitely happened to me, and I hope I can save you guys some pain. When she goes down and you think you've won, she does one final very large AoE. Just run as far away as you can from her to not get got like I did. And of course, have to redo the fight all over again. You run back thinking you won, and it starts all over, so yeah, don't do that. But that's the entire fight. Some bonus tips are remember to heal in the air if you need to avoid certain attacks like the column AoE or her jump attack. I would use your heal when you have 2 hearts left, as her double hit moves will instantly kill you in a one-shot at that point. Ideally, use it when you have 3 hearts to be topped off, but practice what works for you. I hope this helps you guys conquer this fight and move on to the Citadel. For reference, here's the full fight I did after dying to her from the final explosion. I had to beat her twice, but that just reinforced that I had to know the mechanics to win. Like and subscribe if you found this video helpful, as I plan to make more of these. And let me know in the comment section below if these tips helped you beat her. Enjoy the fight and see you in the Citadel. This is gonna be the one. Okay. here we go. There we go. Revenge. Running away. Oh. She's dead. She's dead, Jim. She's dead.